Hey y'all, it's Eliana with Why Not Redesign, and this week we are making up a really ugly duckling and we're gonna make it sparkle.
One look and I breathe.
This ugly duckling has been in my stash for literally probably 2 summers now, and it needed a whole bunch of little work. The legs were loose and it had some scratches, so I gathered all the materials that I needed to get this going, and my husband was very willing to help me, I think. Anyways, he's helping me and I am really enjoying that. I really appreciate it. In all actuality, this desk did need a whole bunch of work done, but the legs were loose, so we used a whole bunch of clamps, a whole bunch of glue, some screws to make sure that we had those legs in a position where they were not going to get loose again. And then it was just a matter of using some repair Bondo or some Bondo 3 to fill in some of the small spots that it had. And Bondo number 3 is the best to do those things. As you can see right there, the legs were in much better condition after this, and so I went ahead and got started with prepping this piece the normal way that I do it. I sanded everything to make sure that the paint adheres very well. I'm going to be priming this and then using a paint that I normally don't use a lot, but I have an entire quart of, and I decided that I'm going to be more green and more mindful with everything that I have and use a lot more of the product that I have sitting around instead of buying more products. This is the Bondo that I'm talking about. This is Bondo number 3, I believe it's called, and it's basically a softer Bondo. It's used for small repairs. As you can see, it dries within 10 or 15 minutes, just like the other one does too. And then you just basically sand that off, and then it fills in all the small little maybe nicks and places that the dressers or furniture in general can get from normal use. After it dries, you can just simply sand it, and I am using, I believe it's a 200 grit on this. I went ahead and wrapped the drawers so that I can spray them, and there shouldn't be any overspray. This is me over here applying the primer. I used a regular primer on this. I just make sure that it has good adhesion. I normally, for pieces like this, like to do one coat and then come back and double check and make sure that I don't need any additional Bondo, which in this case I did. This is also the chair that I'm doing, and you can see right there all of those repairs that it needs. You can definitely see all of the damage that a piece has after you apply the first coat of primer. And here's the Bondo number 3 on this, and basically I just applied it. Usually I do thin coats. I rather do thin coats than one really thick one, because it's easier to work with and you don't have any gaps or any air bubbles in between it. The desk needed a few more as well, and so that's what I did. And I'm allowing it to dry again 15 to 20 minutes, maybe an hour if needed, but I am in very hot conditions, so everything dries really fast right now. And all you have to do is just take your sanding paper and go back and just detail that area. Make sure that you dust it really well after, and then you can start re-prime it and then paint over it. So that is exactly what I'm doing here. As I'm recording this, I want you guys to know that I have been so sick, but I'm feeling better. Thanks to everyone who has sent me messages. I really appreciate it. All the love and the prayers that I could get, I still need them. But I'm doing much better, both from my shoulder and from this cold that I got. I applied some filler Bondo also, just to make sure that I had all of those little nicks and places that needed anything. and then I started applying the paint. The paint is a Benjamin Moore advanced paint. I normally use this paint only for cabinetry when I'm doing custom jobs like that for, you know, usually cabinets or a bathroom, a kitchen, you know, a library, anything like that. But I had a client who I did a kitchen for asked me to do a dresser, and then I ended up having over half of the container of this paint. And it's a beautiful pink. I'll get the number and I'll put the information in the description. I don't really even know the name. I believe the name is, or the color is actually a Sherwin-Williams color, but I always get Benjamin Moore paint. So this is the advance. It is a satin. It will not need a top coat, although on this desk I will still apply a top coat simply because it's a desk and I know that it's gonna get a lot of use. This took 3 coats, but it literally came out so pretty, and this in 21 days when it cures completely will be amazing. So here's the reminder of what this piece used to look like. I put a poll on my social media and everybody said don't do the top of the desk. It had like a shelf and everybody said don't use the desk. Look how beautiful this looks. Took me over a week to finish it, and this is why this mission for the Ugly Duckling is late, but better late than never. Look how gorgeous it came out. The chair is done, but I am waiting because this piece is for sale. I am waiting to see what color the person who purchases wants the cushion to be, whether it's a solid or a print. So I will wait until that happens, until the person who wants to buy it tells me what they want. But look how beautiful. I used the old hardware. This is a Margot Henry Link dress, or not dresser, but a desk. The dresser already sold actually. And I used the same hardware on this. I literally just cleaned it up and put it on there. I left the patina on it because I think it looks so beautiful. I can always go back and make it a little bit brighter if needed be. And right there you can see that it's made in the USA. I always paint the backs in most cases, but if there is any signs or anything like that, names, brands, anything, I always leave those without painting them, just so that people see what they're buying. How gorgeous is this? The finish is literally flawless. The chair looks so different. I think it had been chewed or clawed or something by an animal, but it's in perfect shape now. It's glued, is secure, is strong, and is gorgeous. I am coughing like crazy still, you guys. I apologize for the voice. Sounds all rough. Thanks again to Cory for the Ugly Duckling challenge. It's always so much fun, and I will link the description, or I will put the link in the description. I can't even think straight. These are the steels, and look how beautiful. This one, since it has the signature of the piece on there, is the one drawer, the thin drawer. I'm probably gonna leave it just like it is, but the other ones are probably gonna get lined. I just didn't have time to do this because, again, I'm kind of barely getting better, and I went and finished this and recorded and took pictures so you guys can see. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment, and thank you again. I will see you soon, hopefully in better health. Bye.